just have to move out of here. I have really no idea where I'd go if I couldn't find any kind of government assisted housing, because I'm retired. I don't know where I'd go. I know I'd be homeless. That's all I know.
Albert MacDonald and his neighbours live at the Pocasset mobile home park on Cape Cod. They are in a legal battle against a corporate buyout. The outcome of the lawsuit will determine who gets to buy the park. While the residents own their mobiles, they don't own the land they sit on. They pay land rent to owner Philip Austin. And because there's no rent control on manufactured homes on Cape Cod, residents fear a corporate landlord will make rents unaffordable.
That's the question. The park gets sold and we don't get to buy it. The rents will be so high we all have to leave.
The battle for the park began 5 years ago when a Wyoming company, Crown Communities, made a $3.8 million cash offer. Concerned about the corporate buyout, Albert and his neighbours formed an association and exercised a Massachusetts state law known as the right of first refusal. The law is supposed to protect mobile home park residents from corporate buyouts. Under the law, if the park is for sale, the residents get first dibs to buy it if they can match the offer on the table and come up with the money. The Pocasset Park residents offered $3.8 million and got the financing, but the corporate buyer, Crown Communities, filed a lawsuit against them.
Pocasset, the park of Pocasset, is that it is on Cape Cod. It is some of the most expensive and rarest real estate. It's 47 acres. It's not a 100-year flood zone. It's dry, it's flat. It has some infrastructure. It has its own, believe it or not, it has its own sewage treatment plant on the property. So it's a very valuable piece of property.
If the residents were to take over the park, could they manage a big venture like this?
If we take over the park, we definitely can manage it because we have a company out there who oversees us and who has done over 200 of them, which is called CDI, they help you fund it, they help you manage it, they know all the things to do, and they have given us a guideline. They've given us enough money to operate with, to start off with, and so we'd be in good shape. None of them have failed yet that they've managed.
Albert says life used to be good before the fight with Crown began.
The best way to explain it, how the park was when I moved in, is it was a very, very friendly area. People wanted to greet you. We wanted to meet everybody. Everybody was helping each other. We had get-togethers. Community people got together. Did different things together. You needed to power wash your house. You'd always have 2 or 3 people over there helping you power wash it, and then they go up and that group would go to another house. People helped everybody do everything. Something broke down, there was always someone to help you fix it or help you get the parts or whatever it was. It was just unbelievable. I mean, for example, I used to one night a month I used to have people at my house feeding them for dinner, and it was just a great time. Great people just. We're close together. We're just like one family, basically.
Albert and his neighbours are fighting hard to keep their community together. When a lower court Barnstable judge ruled in favour of Crown Communities as the rightful buyer, attorney Thomas Aylesworth, who represents the residents, challenged the decision and asked the State Appeals Court to overturn it. In early December, the State Appeals Court sent the case back to the Barnstable lower court judge and advised him to reconsider his original decision and rule this time in favour of the residents. However, the judge doesn't have to comply.
What the appeals court did is they're sending it back down to the trial court judge. This was not a jury trial. It was what we call a bench trial. And so the judge decides everything. And that's by agreement. Both sides waive the right to a jury. And the reason is because the statutory law that we're fighting about is very complex. And so both sides agreed that it would be better for a judge to decide it.
While the legal battle continues, Albert and his neighbours worry they will lose their homes if they cannot buy the land beneath them.
My home is not transportable. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's any of them in here that are transportable. I mean, a lot of them are very old, and if they would if they could be moved, they'd fall apart. If we lose the park, you just basically leave it with your clothes and a few personal belongings. In my case, that's what it would be.